Recording.
All right.
Okay, welcome to the second game of qualifying slash preliminaries slash what have you. We're not necessarily counting this for the standings. It could just be for the love of the game, but it's definitely a showcase of one of the greatest sports in the nation, beer pong, here in the Jack Russell Cup. And we've got Joe Patrone entering his first game of the engagement against Richard Mannix, who is reeling off of a loss to yours truly, Gabriel Osler. That thing went down to the wire. Hard fought, and Joe wanted to get in on the qualifying. We've got kind of an interesting round-robin format that we're still trying to work out. And Joe picked his opponent, and he chose young Richard over here. So we've got our field set. Every cup is in perfect order. The conditions could not be more ripe for a lovely game of Pong. And Joe has graciously, some would even say arrogantly, ceded the first shot to Mr. Pebs over here.
Hey, they would be wrong.
If
those who say it's arrogance, they would be wrong.
Well, those who say it's arrogance are crafting the narrative behind the microphone right now, Joe, so I'd shut your fucking yapper if I were you. Anyway, Pebs, when you're ready, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Gabe, our lovely commentator.
Oh,
I need to walk up for when I'm watching Pebs.
Glad to be
You're pretty far away.
Joe wants to make sure he's getting a proper read on some of the arcs of these shots. Oh, tough. Misses the first one, but he does make contact with the rim. Second in the air, same story. Actually hits the same cup on both shots. Just can't quite get it to fall. But he's looking like he's in a little bit more of a groove than he was last time. So now we're throwing it over to Joe. That graceful arc.
Oh, wait, what?
We already have a murmuring of elbows on the field. It seems like Joe is going to have to take a step back underneath beer pong law. Anyway, that first one was a miss. Second one's up. Also a miss. Okay.
It's all right. Get a feel for it.
I'm in his head. I'm getting some real estate in the head there.
Now, I will not be maligning these lovely gentlemen during this call. I will tell you that Joe also hit rim on both shots, just as Pebs does there when missing. And I think it's probably due to the nature of his apartment and the layout therein. But the cups that Pebs are shooting at is actually buttressed by a wall, which some may consider to be a kind of advantage, but there are no backboards in this game. So even if you could have gotten a fortuitous bounce one way or another, Pebs makes a cup there, but it's a bounce off the wall. It does not count.
I just made my first cup.
We're over to Joe. Oh, he made his first cup. He
I didn't see it. So are we sure he made it?
Just made two in a row.
Yeah, he just made two. Okay, I did see the second one.
Which two, Joseph?
Let's go ahead and show those to the camera. Okay, that is indeed
the
inside the cup. Top cup made. And then it's Buddy just to the right. So Joe is kind of trying to erode from the front, maybe doing a little bit of a shorter shot at the beginning before he kind of lets the arm extend and get to the back cups. It's an interesting strategy. He gets balls back. We'll see if he can take full advantage of that, a wonderful opportunity. Wiping it off on his pigtostal shirt like he had anything to do with it.
Didn't necessarily understand that one.
Okay, another rim shot.
What was in that?
Oof.
You're the one who filled the cup up, so.
I know.
That ball landed with some weight as it knocked that cup a little bit askance. And he makes a back row shot. So a little bit of deviating from what I said earlier. He really let the arm extend on that one. And he has put Pebs in an early 3-0 hole with that ball's back.
There's nothing in this.
Oh, a crucial error. Folks, I do believe, based off the way that shot hit, if he had put water in that cup, he would have gone 4 for 4 because it moved like it wanted to stay in. But because it was empty, it did not. And thus, Joe has to cede his turn. So let's see if Pebs can make a little bit more headway with the full rack. He misses the first. And misses the second. Okay.
God damn it.
Kind of like watching a carnival game here, folks. You look at the bottles and you're thinking the ring must fit around them, but then it does not.
This is bad.
Joe's winding up, and he makes another.
I don't like this game.
Oh, and he barely rims out the second. Joe, are you sure you put water in that cup? Because it was a similar reaction to earlier.
Let's check. Let's check.
Which
There's water in all of them.
Okay. Oh,
which cup did you make there, Joe?
But
If you're looking at it,
it's on your left.
top, yeah.
I got it. I got it.
Mid-left,
I
mid-left.
saw.
So Joe already whittling down for the people at home. He's got 6. He's made and Pebs gets on the board. Fantastic.
Front cup.
Nothing but the bottom of the cup. He gets some knees into it. Oh, no good on that one. Unfortunate. But at least he has registered something.
Thank goodness.
Important to let the people know you have a pulse. So the count, again, for those listening at home right now, we start with our typical pyramid, which has 9. How many cups in a pyramid?
10. Are you kidding me?
So
Call yourself a commentator.
Gabe.
Joe's down to 6, and Pebs is down to just 9. 69.
Wow, I did not like this.
Very nice.
Nice. Terrible rack, honestly.
Joe surveying the field, doesn't like his rack. He's going to need to maybe make one before he can get to a more advantageous position. Clanks the first. Clanks the second.
Another one.
From a commentator's perspective, that seems to be a little bit mental, that he said he didn't like it and then proceeded to miss things that he did not like. Yes, I see the ball back on that one. He missed the first, but he missed it so nicely that he gets to go behind the back and throw it
And that went into the fridge.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say threw it in the refrigerator. He's going to find that ball in the ice maker in a couple weeks, and he clanks the second. Still 6-9. Can Joe make heads or tails of this difficult layout?
No.
Winds and shoots, makes it. Right in the middle, right down the pipo. Second shot, no good. But Joe has gotten to that wonderful inflection point.
Wait, does this count?
Yeah, that's fair game.
It stayed on the table.
It's fair game. That's fair game.
And now we're going to see the man who refuses to pass trying behind the back. Pretty close.
Oh, my goodness.
You could tell by that excited yelp. It's pretty close. Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
So Joe has now gotten to that inflection point of 5. It's going to help him for re-rack purposes.
Wait, did Pebs make one?
No, he missed it, but he ran to. Oh, he did.
What?
First shot.
Oh, okay.
Pebs did not give notice that he was shooting, so I could not call it with the proper amount of vigor, but he has indeed made a cup. The second cup he has missed, but he's ran around and grabbed it, so he's going to have another behind-the-back attempt. Hopefully.
No, that one went head off the backboard. Don't count.
Oh, never mind. Oh, I was hoping you would throw it. I was hoping you would throw it in the microwave this time.
Well, actually, the microwave is closer than the fridge, but yes. Joe, if you're wondering.
Joe, you fucked up your camera, so I can't see your cups anymore. Thank you.
Joe, it's the middle row. Okay, I was checking.
Oh, shit, I have to drink.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Joe, perhaps attempting to maintain a competitive advantage by not getting inebriated during this. Abbreviated.
That's an empty call there.
Abbreviated. Yo, you're right. I'm sorry for not getting abbreviated.
Don't get abbreviated, Joe.
That's my new phrase for getting super fucked up. Dude, I got abbreviated last night.
Joe?
Should we start that? Let's try to make that happen.
Let's get abbreviated. Hey, if you black out, it abbreviates your night. I can tell you that much.
In theory, yes.
All right, so it is now Joe's turn. Joe has whittled down to 5. He may call for a re-rack at this juncture. Pebs has only gotten him down to 7.
No.
Yeah.
Or 8. 8. Okay, rims out the first one.
Oh!
And the second, just barely. Would you not consider that an island, Joe?
I wanted to get one shot at that line before I went island.
Joe does have an island. You're right. Correct.
After spending the whole last game talking shit about people not calling islands, Joe refuses to call island on the first one. Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that had some flavor to it.
It did. It had some spice. It's like sparkling water. So close.
Oh,
wow. Pebs takes a lackadaisical approach to catching the ball off of the bounce of the miss, and it hops right over his hand like a bad grounder. And then he misses the second. Much closer than the first. The score is
my
still
drying rack.
Score is still 5-8, folks. Yeah, but your drying rack doesn't have a bra on it.
Does not.
All right, Malta.
Oh, and he's going for the island,
Malta.
folks. The Joe call of Malta. Oh, so close. But you
You gotta
cannot
hit-
purchase the
you have to.
Cubano on this one. There is no cigar to be found.
Well,
You
no,
gotta
this
hit it
is just a
backwards.
normal behind the back, right?
Nope. Has to be island.
I
Oh,
don't
but
actually-
so it's a behind the back island?
Yes.
Okay.
I get. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
All right.
it would follow the logic, right? Like,
Yeah, it would.
Am I not wrong with that logic?
No, you're right. Joe winds up for the second shot. Regularly drains it. And this is kind of the key fallacy with islands. Folks, I've been around some great beer pong players in my day, Joe Patrone included, if I'm being quite honest. But island seems to raise the stakes on you personally, and it's very tough to follow through with that call. I think he got short on that first shot. Second one, he didn't have the pressure, and he drained it, and now he is down to 4. Pebs is going to have to make a big move on this turn. And he gets the first. Takes a deep breath. Major point in the air. 2!
Wow.
2!
There it is.
Oh.
The first time today that Richard Mannix gets balls back, and folks, it could have
These
not
two,
come at a
right?
better time.
Right. The
Yeah,
front
right
two
top
one.
ones.
Yep.
When I talk about nerve, when I talk about steel, when I talk about guts, I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn to the dictionary and find a picture of Richard Mannix because he has pulled this game back to a very, very, very competitive position. It is 4-6 now, and he's got 2 more shots. He's calling for quiet before the shot. Oh, and goes a little long. It's all right. He can still get within 1. Again, calls for quiet. And no good.
Oh, I saw him try to dive there.
He almost laid out, but then thought a little bit better of it as he was making the stride.
Yeah, I got like 3 chairs here. I would just take out my eye.
So with those 2 clutch shots, he's moved it to 6-4. Joe surveys his domain. He's going to call for a re-rack, I'm almost positive, but which one?
I'm going to go.
Can I get a diamond?
No, I want a parallelogram.
Oh, the rare parallelogram call. I haven't seen this strategy employed since Baseball House of 2017. We're going to see if it pays off.
So if I fall, it's 2-2, and there's
It's 2
kind of
lines,
like
right? Yeah.
Okay.
So a little bit for the viewers at home, parallelogram. If you're not familiar, you're looking at a quadrilateral. It's a 4-sided figure, so it's a little bit like a square, but we've shifted it. So it's almost like a 2-2 offset, even though we have an even number of cups.
Offset.
All right. Whenever Pebs is ready, I'm going to start shooting.
I'm ready. I'm watching you.
I'm watching you. So Joe winds up with his new parallelogram. Hits the first.
Ooh.
Winds up second. Oh, almost blew up that cup. Very close. 2 shots dead on the money. Just happens to get the roll with the first. So he has whittled it down to 3. And all those heroics we saw from Pebs on the last turn are going to need to come into play again because he is almost doubled whatever Joe has. 3-6. 3 times 2 is 6.
3-6.
I love that math game.
You're not a math guy, though.
Not a math guy, but I know my tables. In the air. Oh, right down the pipe. Can you do it again? Oh, very close, very close. We almost saw one of the great happenings in beer pong on that shot right there. But as it is, Pebs is going to have to content himself with getting down to 5, 3-5. Joe's turn again. Winds at his parallelogram.
Wow, not good.
Makes it. Cold. Calculating. Makes 2.
Missed both.
Wait, mate. You missed both. What are you talking about?
They look like they went in. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, missed both.
This
Yeah,
veteran
what-
broadcaster apologizes. Joe actually missed both of those. He just has such great form that sometimes it looks like they go in anyway.
That's the
Need a little
key.
timeout. I want to re-rack.
And Pebs is taking his opportunity of getting to that key 5 spot to re-rack. What's he going to do?
I'm gonna go with the house, little chimney guy.
He's going with a house. Wow. First a parallelogram and then a house. I have never, and I've been watching beer pong for a while, I have never seen a house used in competition. So this is rare. You're looking at a stoplight with 2 offset, or if you would think about it more, I guess you got a square and you've got 1 coming off of one side. So you've got a little bit of imbalance, but you've also got a nice bit of
Pebbles, is that
and he misses the first.
that top one doesn't look even.
What do you mean? You're complaining about what? This?
No, I mean it looks like it sucks for you. But you like it, it's fine.
I rearranged it, so.
Yeah, no, I mean no, it looked like it was annoying for you.
He's happy with the rack, and he's hoping to get another here. No good. Okay, we're still at 5-3. Both participants have re-racked. We're speeding towards the gentleman's stage. Joe's going to shoot. That missed, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rimmed out, just barely. Joe displeased. Another one. Oh, the frustration's starting to show.
Oh, here we go. Doors wide open.
Pebs is eager. He wants to get a shot in right now. A little bit of a bounce. Test the liveliness. Make sure the core is still solid. Oh, so close. 0 for 2 on that. So we've reached a bit of a stalemate. Both competitors used, I would say, unconventional re-racks, and it might not be paying off for them. It's Joe's turn again.
Nope.
And he looks skyward after each miss, almost asking God why he has chosen to defy his will.
Did he make one?
I just made the back one.
Okay, good. You should speak up a little bit more so it switches to you. So again,
well, I'd have to comment here, Gabe. You clearly aren't using the display of everyone, which I am.
Yeah, the gallery is actually, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do what Pebs did the other time and pin.
Thank you for the
Gabe, you are beautiful, but there are bigger things at play here.
Thank you for the commentator tip. The gallery view is definitely helping. And Pebs is shooting, and he makes one.
Yeah.
And he makes 2. 2 times in this match. Pebs has looked as good as dead in professional estimation. And he has pulled balls back out of both situations. Good fucking God. Shoots again, misses the first on his second chance. So his third shot. Fourth shot also no good. But the double, it helps. Because, folks, we've got Joe at 2 as he moves his cups into position for gentlemen's, and we got Pebs at 3.
What a game.
What a game. What a sport. What a privilege.
Great. Honestly, should we call ESPN and get them to broadcast this?
Joe gives it a couple taps and a deep breath. Ooh, all for naught.
Bad shot.
But he's got one more.
Nope.
Oh, and gets too strong. Joe, gonna have to put the weights down, buddy. That's not gonna work for you when you throw it off the table like that. Who Z Mama? Drama, thy name is beer pong. And Pebs is doing some stretches as he knows with just one shot right now, he could tie the game. Oh, so close. The rim with a gross betrayal. Second shot. No dice. Long again. Both competitors may be feeling the adrenaline at this point in time. One miss, they feel like they've got to make it, and then they put too much muscle and it sails. Oh, Joe also betrayed by a rim job. Second shot. Makes it.
Back one.
Back one. Whittles it down to his final cup. Time after time in this game, Richard Mannix has performed when the doubters said he couldn't. Maybe his last chance.
I think the lines have been pretty even this whole game.
Haven't been checking Caesars. And he tightens up on the first one.
Did that slip?
Throws it where the cups ain't. Second shot, he needs to get at least one here. And he does. And he does.
Back right.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
No balls back after that first flub, but he is going to be able to get gentlemen's, provided that it comes back to him. Because Joe Patron can end it right now with 2 perfect shots, and he feels confident. I hear him down there.
There really is something to the game with not having a partner. I just noticed that.
Oh, yeah?
Like right now, I feel like in this situation is normally when you're like just like talking to each other and you're like pumping each other up. But when you're by yourself, like, I don't know.
Are you on an island, what you said?
I'm on an island.
Joe pontificating a little bit before his shot. First one.
Clank.
Oh, rim. A crushing
Wait.
disappointment. Can he come back on the
Ready?
second shot?
Another clank.
And he goes a little bit short. Both shots, very nice in the general scheme of beer pong, but just not quite good enough.
Classic gentlemen.
Now Pebs is going to gentleman's himself.
Whew. Okay.
And he's got a chance here, folks. That's all you ever need in this game is a chance. In the air. First one down! Oh, rims the second one. The crowd has been hushed and alternately enthralled in separate spurts right now. It is 1-1 on the cups. It is street beer pong. Folks, you cannot get higher stakes than this. You cannot get more even than this. Who can make the final shot?
Yeah, Mr. Gabe, I would say this is definitely the optics of the possible new MLB playoff bracket where Joseph called to play me, and he might be choking away right now.
Oh, first one just barely. I'm talking whispers. I think it brushed the water on the way by.
Is that another clank shot?
And second one goes a little bit short. The door has been left so open. Richard Mannix gets in a Tiger Woods stance, surveys the angle specifically to the cup, blows some kisses to the admirers.
Admirers.
Lincoln,
yeah.
I'm going to suffer for that.
Ooh, hits the front of the rim. Nudges the cup a couple of inches. He's going to have to take that into account when he shoots this next shot. And it's just to the right, his right.
Yeah, yes, correct.
They're in and around. Like a lovely lady on the first date, they're teasing with the hole, but can they close the deal? And it goes in. Right?
Oh, it went in.
Okay.
Modest pie. I've been here before.
I didn't know. I didn't see.
I know. Modest pie. I've been here before.
Joe Patron makes his first shot. If he makes this one, he ruins all chance of rebuttal.
Fine.
Oh. So it's all in Joe's hands right now. Pebs is
in Joe's hands?
Pebs is the only one who can stop the tide. Most he can do is force a sudden death playoff here. He's got to make one of his shots. A gentle bounce. Very long on the first one. He's going to need to wipe that shot from his...
I think he's going to compensate.
I think he's got to wipe the shot from his brain if he wants any hope. In the air. No good! And the Donnybrook comes to an end with Joe Patron pulling off an even narrower victory than the experts predicted based on the last game. He's going for the handshake. Pebs is going to drink first, as is custom. And a good show of sportsmanship. Wow. What a game. What an experience. Joe is going to have a little bit of his side beer, and then he's going to come down for a post game with us, as is customary.
Let me just set up here.
Please.
All right. Whew. All
right, Joe, congratulations on your win. Now, we saw in the build-up to this match, you had a couple of different choices for locale. You always kind of wanted to go here, but you felt like you might need to go someplace else. How grateful are you that you got to play on the table that you originally desired?
You know, I am really grateful. I played on this table a number of times, and there is something to playing on a table you're familiar with. You get a feel for the length, you get a feel for the width. You know, you don't have to worry about lighting. There's a lot of factors that goes into a shot based on the locale you're in. And I think I haven't been here in a while, but after the first few shots, a lot just started coming back to me. It was natural, and I had a rough patch towards the end, but in the end, it paid off.
Absolutely. Now, we know how close everybody just witnessed. It came down seriously cup to cup on the very last one. I have to ask you, even though you're a seasoned competitor, were there ever any nerves creeping in, any doubt? Did you always have the belief? What was your mindset when it got to that really tight point at the end?
I mean, I'd be disingenuous if I said that there weren't any nerves, that there wasn't any doubt. I think as a competitor, Richard Mannix, despite going 0 for 2 tonight, he's a great competitor, and he's a great player. I've won tournaments with him before, so I knew he had it in him. And at any point, I know he can go high. So when we went 1 for 1, yeah, I was worried. But I just trusted the fundamentals. I trusted my training, and it paid off.
So you've completed this segment of qualifying now. When we're looking forward to the main body of the cup, I know that some of the difficulties in you securing the table had to do with movie watching, everything like that. Do you anticipate those scheduling conflicts being ironed out in the future? You think you're going to have smooth sailing, or what's the lay of the land?
Yeah, absolutely not. We have a kind of a wild household here at 18 Tracy Terrace. There's only 2 people here and a 3-legged dog, but you'd be surprised what ends up happening in terms of the scheduling. There is a 60-something inch TV down here that is prime for movie watching. So when Mama Sohanchek wants to watch a flick, naturally she wants to come down here, which again will naturally conflict with this competition. But we work well together. We cooperate. So, there was a little delay in the start of this round, and afterwards we got started very quickly, and the game went off without a hitch. So moving forward, no, I think there might be, again, if there's a delay, there's a delay, but like many of the sports leagues now, there will never be a cancellation.
Sounds great. Joe, thanks for your time, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
And Richard, I know it's probably tough to talk right now because it's not something that I want to bring up, but we are 0 for 2 on the day. But you made it a close game in both contests. All credit to you. Take me through some of those balls back situations, because you had 2 separate times when you made both and you got the chances, and it just seemed like you couldn't quite capitalize. What was stopping you there?
Yeah, it's all about execution. Sometimes you hit balls back and the blood starts pumping. You get a little too much adrenaline pumping through, and you overshoot, and you miss shots when you need to execute. And that's what happened to me today. Like, I just got a little too excited after hitting balls back, and it happens to the best of us. So that's kind of what happened to me, and not much I can do about it.
So your qualifying is done. You've played both of your matches. When we get to the true Jack Russell Cup match play, what kind of are you going to be wiping these games entirely, pretending like they never happened? Are you going to be trying to learn from them? What's the mindset?
We always got to learn from experience. The more games you play, the better you get. And I've learned I can't start out slow. It's what happened in both games. Started way too slow. Took me a while to get going. Once I started getting going, it was a little too late. So if anything, I got to learn from that. Just got to start hitting cups right out of the gate. Can't wait to start executing.
Well, best of luck on that as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Gabe.
All right, Joe, do you want to do one?
Yeah, me and you?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Also, Pebs, you drinking water already?